Hello everyone. If you're used to tuning in to Good Times News, it's about now when you would expect a high energy, fast-paced opening intro to the show. But as I look out on this beautiful 70-degree day as I film this episode, that fast-paced, crazy intro just didn't feel right. Instead, this weather's making me think spring is almost here. Makes me want to be on a tropical beach somewhere, just mellowing out and relaxing. So I figured that'd be the perfect way to kick this show off. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's all relax a little bit. And to help get in the mindset of that tropical vacation, I've got a little pineapple coconut juice here. I'm just gonna put that in my mug if you don't mind. I'll sip on that as the show goes on. A little refreshing. And then as we go on this tropical voyage together, I'm gonna throw on my little captain's hat here. So let's sit on down, relax a little, go on a little exploratory cruise as we find out the Good Times News for episode 3. So here we go. Welcome back. You know what? I missed you. It's good to see you back for episode 3. We've got a heck of a show lined up once again. Forgot my hat's still on. Lined up once again for you today. We've got some fantastic information that's coming your way from What's Happening Camp. We've got an excellent mystery guest on Catching Up With, and some a story that I guarantee will make you feel good on the feels good moment towards the end of the show. But first, a new segment. The Walk for Kids, as we know, is less than 2 months away, and we have some fantastic supporters of camp out there raising money already. So each episode from now until the Walk for Kids, we're going to have a walk leaderboard update for camp. That's right. And we need some dramatic music for the walk leaderboard update. Josie and Little Green Frogs. Josie, can you hit me with some epic walk leaderboard update music, please? Do you have anything like that, Josie? Wow, that was quite epic. Thank you, Josie. Can you hit me one more time as we bring up the Camp Walk for Kids leaderboard? Thank you. Excellent. Here we go with the first ever Camp Walk for Kids leaderboard on Good Times News. Again, we are recording this Friday afternoon to go up on Monday, so it's quite possible the leaderboard will shift here and there before Monday. That's okay. You'll just have to check back. Right now, here is where we stand. At number 5, boop, we have Emily McGowan. Emily's a camp mom. Thank you, Emily. Number 4, Hannah Moss. Hannah is a former camper and current member of the Alumni Walk team. Thank you, Hannah. Number 3, Andy Shapiro. Andy is a longtime volunteer counselor and now a current member of the camp board. Thanks, Andy. Number 2, Monet Moss. Monet, just like Hannah, is a former camper and current member of the Alumni Walk team. Thank you, Monet. And number 1 this week on the Camp Walk for Kids leaderboard, Gordon Ho. Gordon is a member of the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California Board. Gordon, thank you for walking for camp and thank you for shooting to the top of the leaderboard. Be sure to check back each Good Times News between now and the walk to see who's on top of the leaderboard. I guarantee you it will shift. All these folks were super close together, and those outside of the top 10 aren't far away from these folks either. So I look forward to seeing you leapfrog each other as we race towards the finish to see who will be the top fundraiser for camp. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. And you can go to walkforkids.org/camp to check that out as well. Now, it's time. I'm going to take my hat off because this is serious. It's time to step into one of our favorite segments here at camp. What's Happening Camp? This is a chance to find out what's going around and what's going on at the organization. And I'm ridiculously excited to welcome our guest this week to What's Happening Camp. It's the first time on Good Times News we're welcoming a camper. That's right, we're going to have our very own India Eastridge join us on What's Happening Camp. So please welcome India. India, are you there?
Yes, I am. So good to see you, Chad.
You too. Thanks, India. I appreciate you taking the time out of your, I know, busy day to join me for a little video chat. So thank you.
Of course.
All right, India. You're a camper, you're a whooper, you're a member of the Teen Advisory Committee, and now you're a co-captain of the WOLP Walks team this year. Is there anything you don't do, my friend?
I don't dance very well. Anybody who's seen me at the dance can attest to that.
Well, the fact that you get out and you try every time and you dance your booty off, even if you feel you can't dance, is the most important part. So
Oh
kudos to
yeah.
you. So there you go. Now we have you on the show today, obviously, to talk about what's going on at camp. Specifically, I wanted to talk about the WOLP Walk for Kids team that you've started with Ethan. So can you tell me a little about that WOLP team, how many folks you have, what the goal of the team is, if you don't mind?
Of course. So the Walk for Kids is to fundraise for camp, obviously, and there are all kinds of different subgroups of different people like counselors and alumni this year that was started, and WOLP. So our team is, I think, 10 people right now. We're always looking for more, by the way. Any WOLPers that want to sign up, it's not too difficult, so definitely consider it. Um, we are making our own coalition of WOLPers to raise money for camp. So it's going to be good. Last year was really successful, and I'm hoping that my year as co-captain will be even better. So I'm really excited.
I like that, the WOLP Coalition coming together to raise money
Oh yeah.
for camp. And if you don't know how to sign up, you're a WOLP and you're like, how do I sign up? Just go to walkforkids.org/camp. I'll put it right there. And you can look for, search for the team, and it's WOLP Walks 2021. You can sign up right there. Now, India, one of the things I know for a fact about you, for knowing you for well over a decade at this point,
Yeah.
is that you're ridiculously creative. So my guess is that you've come up with some creative ways to raise money for the walk. Is there anything you'd like to share around that with the audience?
Yes. So this is breaking news, perfect for the program. I was inspired during a TAC meeting. Somebody suggested, and I don't remember who, but I'll have to give them credit later, that I do button designs in exchange for donations. So any counselors that have a button that is, like I'm going to call Disco out. Disco just prints his. Like, come on, man, you got to get some artwork in there. And so in previous years, I've drawn a couple for people, and I really like doing it. I like the text design and like the colors that you can do. And the buttons are pretty big, so there's a decent amount of space. And so I would love to draw somebody's button in exchange for donations for camp. And I think that's going to be my shtick this year. Never done it before, but I'm very optimistic, and I think it's going to be lots of fun.
That is a ridiculously creative and wonderful idea. I know some counselors who are watching this, their ears just perked up and they're like, all right, all right. So how do we make this happen? India and I chatted offline. We think the best way will be counselors. Shannon will work with India to get all the information, how much it will be to donate to get a button, how you go about submitting that information of what you want. And she'll post that on the counselor Instagram and the counselor Facebook group. So you can find it there. And then you'll work with India to make that happen. But I just love this idea. That is super fantastic. Actually, some people might not know this. How many Monkey's Fist did you make for, was it family summer camp?
It was for summer. It was for
Yeah.
the camp in a box. And I want to say, oh my gosh, the number's escaping me. I want to say like 250, maybe a little less than 300. Like it was a
Yeah.
lot.
There are people watching right now, I can guarantee you, who are thinking to themselves, I've struggled to make a single Monkey's Fist. You know, it's been the highlight of my post-camp pandemic to sit home and make a Monkey's Fist for the first time. And India made 250 plus.
Wait, you made one for the first time? How'd it
No,
come
no,
out?
no, no, no. There are people at home saying that. No.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah. But the fact that you made 250 for the summer camp at home, just phenomenal. So thank you for doing that. That's
Oh,
pretty
of
sweet.
course. Yeah. My mom and Gracie were very helpful. It became a small factory in my house.
I hope you compensated them appropriately.
I did my best.
Excellent. All right. So India, besides TAC, you've got the WOLP team. You're probably working hard in school. What else is going on in life for you right now that we have you on the air?
I am in the midst of receiving college admission decisions, and that is that is really all I can think about right now because I don't really have anything else going on. They just confirmed that my graduation will be drive-through, so that's gonna be something different. And so right now, all I really am thinking about is I just want to know whether or not I'm going to be accepted. I have five more coming in like the next 3 weeks, if you can believe it. So I've already gotten into some awesome schools. I'm really excited for the future. I don't know where I'm going to go yet. But that's pretty much all that's been in my mind lately. Got till like the end of March to find out.
Well, I know anyone who's watching who knows you will say that any school that accepts you will be lucky to have you choose them. And any school that doesn't accept you probably doesn't deserve you anyway and needs to have their admission standards and process examined. So you probably don't want to end up there. So you're better off.
Stop it. Thank you, Chad.
Of course. Well, a phenomenal student, phenomenal camper, walk team co-captain, member of TAC. Thank you for all you do for camp, but not just camp, for the entire community that you reside in out in this world. I know you make the world a better place. So thank you for doing what you do, India.
That means a lot. It's really genuinely my honor. I love it so much. I wouldn't change a thing.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming by. Once again, folks, if you want to donate, go to walkforkids.org/camp, search on WOLP Walks 2021. You can find India's personal page right there as well. Counselors, monitor the counselor's social media feed to find out how you can donate to get a 100% unique button designed by India herself. And with that, India, we'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You too, Chad. See ya.
Bye. Thank you again to India and the entire WOLP Walks 2021 team for what you're doing for camp. Again, you can support them on the walkforkids.org/camp. And now we're going to go to that wacky weather wizard who's always wandering the woods and walking the wilderness, looking to wrestle any water and wrangle any weather that comes his way. Mark, how's it look up at sight, my friend?
Thanks, Chad. It's always great to hear what's happening around camp these days. Well, Mark here at your local camp weather report for today. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of precipitation this afternoon. It's kind of snowing a little bit. Just a little bit. Based off of my observations, it should stop around this evening, and we should be back to about 60-degree sunnies for the next few days. Maybe some more rain this weekend, but we'll see. It's about that time of year where we get some weather. Everything else is going great up here. Hope everything's going well for everybody off the mountain. Back to you, Chad.
Thank you, Mark, for that wonderful weather update. Stay warm up there. Make sure to get out and make a snow person or two and do some sledding for us if you don't mind. Now we're going to move on right now to that Catching Up With segment of Good Times News, where we bring on a different mystery guest each week. This mystery guest has been a volunteer at camp for a very, very long time. She's quite ridiculous, and everyone knows her, and you can't help but love her. That's right. It's our very own Comadre. So please, everyone, welcome Comadre. Welcome to the show, Comadre. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Chad?
Doing pretty good. Better since I get to see you on the screen. We were just saying we haven't seen each other in a very long time, so this is pretty nice. Yeah.
I know. I miss you.
I know. We miss you too. Okay. You and I could sit here and gush back and forth for a while, but I know our viewers want to know, since the last time they've had a chance to see Comadre at camp, which has been well over a year, what in the world have you been up to?
So the last time I was at camp was for Winter WOLP last January. So it's been over a year, and I miss everyone dearly. Unfortunately, we do have a pandemic going on. So a lot of my time was consumed for the pandemic as I work as a nurse. Thankfully, things are getting smoother a little bit right now with vaccines rolling out. But other than work, overtime, not much. I did buy a new car recently, which is cool.
Woo! You go, girl. What'd you get?
I got a RAV4.
Excellent. Congratulations. That's a big purchase. Well done.
Thank you. And then I did move from locations for work, so I ended up moving as well. So I'm closer to camp now.
Wow. New car, new job, moved locations. You've done more in the pandemic than some people do in 10 years. That's pretty good.
I know, but I'm grateful for everything.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, Kamadre, correct me if I'm wrong, but at some point, either in your previous nursing job or in your current one, when the pandemic was going on, you were very much on the front lines. You were doing like testing, right? You were right in there with them at the hospital. Am I
Yes.
wrong? Yeah.
Because we did have surges, we were pulled as to wherever that need was. For a majority part, up until January of this year, I was COVID testing, ER shifts, just wherever was needed. We were literally pulled there. There was a lot of hours, a lot of ups and downs, but we're here now. Thankfully, I'm back into almost regular mode, but I do a lot of vaccine distribution. So that's a nice side of COVID that I like to see now.
Yeah, get those vaccines out. People have never been as happy in their lives to receive a shot as they are right now. So
Yeah.
that's a happy shot. Well, Madre, thank you. I know from not only myself, but from everyone who's watching for that hard work and keeping everyone safe. And I'm glad you've been safe in this. So thank you for what you've done and continue to do. Yeah. Now let's switch to camp. We know it's been, gosh, like you said, since previous January. So going on 14 months since we've seen each other at camp. I know camp has had a big impact in your life. I have two questions for you. You can go in either order. What's something you learned about yourself while volunteering at camp? And number two, what's one of the biggest things you miss about camp?
So I think one of the biggest things I learned about myself while at camp through seasonal, through different sessions, is that camp is always my favorite place to try new things. Just because I know I have the support team and I know that if I fall, like someone's right there to catch me. But I think it's also taught me to not only try new things at camp. Obviously, in my career, things are always changing. So just taking those leadership skills down the mountain, like you tell us, to bring camp down the mountain. It's helped me a lot in my career, in my friendships. So a lot of things I've learned from camp are obviously portrayed in my life now.
Excellent. And what do you miss most about camp right now?
I think the thing I miss the most about camp right now, obviously, is the food. But I miss the first jitters of the first day on pickup day when everyone's like, oh my God, what cabin am I in? Who am I going to see? What counselors are here? So that's definitely the excitement and the thrill. And I think when we're ready to go back to camp in person, that's going to be like even more emphasized because we haven't seen everyone in a long time. So I'm super, super excited for that.
I second that completely. And, I thought of you the other day because I was mixing some ketchup and sriracha together, having that with my fries. And I'm like, Comadre would approve of this. Thank you for taking the time. I know that while you miss camp, you are so much of camp for so many of our counselors and kids that their session isn't complete unless they get to see Comadre at camp. And I know that you've not just put an insane amount of smiles on their faces, but you've left them rolling, laughing, and you've also changed their lives and left them with memories they'll never forget. So just know that there's a whole community out there missing their Comadre, and they can't wait to see you back up there busting a move at the dance or around rock and roll breakfast or just, whatever ridiculous lineup song that you do such an elegant job of leading that morning, and see you roll into lineup 1 minute late. So
my God,
that's Comadre.
Thank you, Chad. I miss everyone so, so much. I will hopefully be there at the very first session. Even if I have to use all my sick time, it's okay. I'll be there.
Well, be safe. Oh, what hospital are you working at now? I didn't ask you.
I currently work at Kaiser Permanente in Fontana.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So
don't be shy, say hi.
Yeah. If you find yourself at Kaiser Fontana, look, I wouldn't ask for Comadre, but if you happen to see her, go up and say hi and do an air hug until the pandemic is over. Well, Comadre, thank you for coming by. We miss you terribly. I can't wait to see you in person again. But until then, this was a nice little treat. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you again to Comadre for joining us here on Good times news and catching up with. Hope we get to see you again sometime soon. You know, Josie, you know Comadre. If Comadre was going to have a theme song that played everywhere she went, what would you make for her for that theme song, Josie? Fantastic work there, Josie. I think we can all agree that that is the perfect Comadre theme song. So as we get towards the end, we like to close out with the feel-good story here on Good Times News. And for the first time in Good Times News history, this feel-good story will actually be a guest we interview who's going to bring us some exceptional news. So please help me welcome to the show, you know her, you love her, Brenda Escato. Brenda, are you there?
Hi, Chad. I'm here. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Brenda. Thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So, Brenda, the you know why I asked you on, but the viewers might not know. So, viewers, if you remember from last episode, Morgan Ball was on, and she let us know that she will no longer be working at camp, which meant we had a huge hole with our social media coordination. Well, viewers, I'm happy to say over the last 2 weeks, you probably haven't seen a dip in our social media because Brenda has been working part-time behind the scenes doing our social media. Brenda, thank you for doing that.
Of course. It was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Well, you know, I also wanted to bring Brenda on because what no one really knows is that Brenda can no longer do this part-time for us. Isn't that right, Brenda? And you might want to go ahead and tell folks why you can no longer do this part-time.
Yeah, Chad. So you're correct. I will no longer be able to do this part-time because I'll be doing it full-time as a camp employee. I'm so
That's right. Woo, woo, woo. We're excited. Brenda is coming on to the camp team full-time. Brenda, what is your actual title going to be?
Well, right now my title is Development Associate and Social Media Manager. TBD might change a little bit, but that's the gist of it. Yeah.
Excellent. So Brenda is coming on, working full-time for camp as the Development Associate, Social Media Coordinator. So she'll be continuing with her fantastic posts and creativity that she's already shown over these last 2 weeks. She'll be helping out with the events and fundraising behind the scenes, getting all that ready. And Brenda just brings not only a wealth of creativity and love of camp, but just one of the best personalities you'll ever meet in your life. And if you haven't met Brenda, you're going to have a chance to meet her now as we dive into the camp season. Brenda, how does it feel to be working for camp? What are you most looking forward to?
It's surreal. I can't believe that I not only get to call camp my home, but I now get to call it my workplace. I'm beside myself. I'm most excited to just get more involved and leave my stamp on camp if I can. I'm super excited to learn and grow, and I can't wait to start.
Well, Brenda, I've seen you be a volunteer at camp many times. I know the amazing work you do with our kids and the program and how you just bring such passion to that. I can't wait to see what you bring to this new role. We're lucky to have you, and I can't wait to call you a coworker now moving forward. So, Brenda, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on Good Times News. I can't think of a better way and a better feel-good story to end this session or this broadcast on. So thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you again, Brenda, for joining us here on Good Times News and bringing us that feels good moment for the end of the show. I think everyone feels a lot better knowing that you're joining us here at camp and you're bringing all your ridiculous talents with you. So welcome to the team, Brenda. But now you know what time it is, folks. That's right. It's the end of the show. It's that part of the show where I ask you the same thing I ask you each week. As you go out to the world, as you see folks, as you see those friends and family that you see on a daily basis, just continue to treat everyone the same way you do everyone you see at camp. And I believe the world will be a much better place. So until next episode, be good to yourself and others. Bye, everyone.